She's like, well, Monique, you know how I like to pull things, out of my breastises. And Monique's like, yeah, you definitely do that. She's like, well, I have something I'm gonna pull out of my bra for my husband. And she proceeds to pull out a pissy pregnancy test out of her brassiere. You nasty. Hi guys, it's your girl Vonnie here, and today I'm going to review the Love and Hip Hop Reunion Part 2. Now, I didn't review Part 1 because Part 1 was pretty much boring. Like, to sum it up, Erica, Rich, and Center in a love triangle. Peter Guns is whack. Amina is dumb. Tara is dumb. What else happened? Joe and Tahiri ain't never getting back together. Whatever. That basically was the first one. It wasn't even enough to make a video for. So in part 2, it starts out with Monique asking Amina, do you think that, are you afraid that you will be Tara in 10 to 13 years? And she was like, no, because I'm already Tara, because he's doing the same thing he did to her to me now. We only been married a year. Well, do it really count? Because even though you've been married a year, for most of that year he was still with his kid's mother. So do it really count as a year? I don't know, whatever. So Peter is ashamed of himself, or so he says, and he's like, I'm too old for this, and whatever. And now that the full story is out about how him and Tara got together in the first place, I used to feel bad for Tara, but I don't really feel bad anymore, because if you didn't watch the first part of the reunion, Peter basically said that he was engaged to someone when he got with Tara. And he told Tara that they weren't in a relationship anymore, whatever. And that's the same thing he did to Amina. He told Amina they weren't in a relationship anymore. So to me, it's like, really, Tara, like, you're just letting the cycle like repeat itself. And she's like, if I would have known or had any clue that he was doing this, I would have been gone. And Peter was like, really? So it wasn't a clue that I wouldn't come home, that I would be gone for 2 nights, like, in a row, like, and just disappear. That wasn't a clue to you. He's like, come on now, you a smart girl. Like, are you really that stupid? And he was saying that, like, Amina isn't stupid, like, at all. She knows what it is. She knows what's going on. And from what I could tell, it seems like Amina really thought that he was going to change. And because he married her, instead of, like, the other girls that he was cheating on Tara with, that it was going to be different. But I think she knows now that it's not. So this is where it gets a little crazy. A little cray-cray. She's like, well, Monique, you know how I like to pull things, out of my breastises, And Monique's like, yeah, you definitely do that. She's like, well, I have something I'm going to pull out of my bra for my husband. And she proceeds to pull out a pissy pregnancy test out of her brassiere. You nasty. You are so nasty. First off, how old is that pregnancy test? Because she said that 2 days ago was when she found out, and I thought a pregnancy test results only last on a pregnancy test for 48 hours. I don't know. But if you just pissed on that, you're nasty. Even if you didn't just piss on that, it still got dry piss on it, and you're gross. To just be pulling that out of your cleavage. It wasn't even like in a plastic bag. What is it with chicks on Love and Hip Hop with pulling out pregnancy tests and slapping them around like that? What is it with you people? And nobody in Love and Hip Hop history have told their husband or baby daddy or whatever that they pregnant, and their husband or baby daddy was like, oh, I'm so happy. I am overjoyed to be having a baby with you. It's always, no, I need you to get an abortion. I need a test to make sure it's mine. Go ahead and swallow that Plan B real quick. Dang, really? So I really do believe this. I don't believe that this was like a setup for views or anything, because Peter was hurt. Okay, he was hurt. He walked off the stage and they went to commercial, came back from commercial, and he said the only way he'll come back is if he just talks to Tara. Slap in the face to Amina, bet you wish you didn't pull out that pissy pregnancy test now do you? So she leaves off the stage and she's cutting up and clowning because she wants to hear what he got to say to Tara or whatever. So he comes on stage with his glasses on, he's crying. I mean, I ain't talking about just like a crocodile tear. Brother is crying. Crine. He is crying. He is hurt. And he feel like really bad that like he did this like to Tara, you know. So he apologizes to Tara, you know, and basically said he came on the show for money, like, you know, to support his new wife and his other kids. He never came on the show to hurt any of them, and that's exactly what happened. So on the commercial break, it shows them backstage, and I guess Tara kind of felt bad for him a little bit, and she was talking to him and was like, you know, you just need to do what you need to do to take care of your kids. And he was like, how can I be a good father when I treat my kids' mothers like crap? Touche, Peter, touche. So I don't know what you're gonna do, because clearly you weren't a good parent to anybody. Because matter of fact, on the first episode, if I remember, he was talking about how he had Corey, his oldest son, in the stroller with the gun in the diaper bag. So I don't think you've ever been a good father. You might want to stop raw dogging it, buddy, because you don't have a good track record. Just saying. You're fertile and a deadbeat, so you might want to stop bothering kids. And Amina, why would you? I don't even know. I'm not gonna get started on Amina, because her and that lisp and everything, I'm just not here for it. She needs to get herself together. So anyway, so that whole thing is over. What happened next? Oh, okay, so Rasheeda and Tahiri. I actually felt like Rasheeda was trying to be a friend to Tahiri, and she basically was like telling her, like, listen, I just don't think that you view yourself like I view you. I think you're a beautiful woman. I feel like you have a lot to offer a man, and all you feel like you have to offer is your backside. And, you know, it's one thing that you're getting paid to do these shoots and, you know, magazine covers and things like that. It's another thing to be taking a picture of yourself in your thong and putting on Instagram for free. You know, I can understand what she's saying. And so Tahiri gets in her feelings a little bit, and she calls her 300 pounds or whatever. So that good friend stuff went right out the door with Rasheeda. I feel like it could have been resolved if she wouldn't have like hit her with that 300 pound like dig. Rasheeda go say, look, if you want to fight, we can fight. It's whatever. I ain't had a fight in a whole month. Dang, girl, you went 30 days without beating somebody up. That's good. That is really, really good. Maybe you can go another 30. Maybe. Just maybe. Or it's Tahiri pushing it. I don't know. So, Joe Budden's in the audience, and he's like, you ain't gonna fight nobody today. Not today. You know, in that Joe Budden voice, I swear, his voice is always high. Even when he ain't high, his voice is high. He's like, you know, you ain't gonna fight nobody today. And Rasheeda gonna say, look, I got somebody backstage that can handle you. I ain't Consequence. Dang. Somewhere Consequence and his big teeth is crying. Again, Crine. They're crying. But it was funny or whatever. So they didn't really fight. I don't even really think they want to fight each other. I really do think that they care about each other. I do really think that they were friends in real life. And it's possible that it could be settled or whatever, but Tahiri has to get out her feelings, and Rasheeda has to understand that she's in her feelings and stop taking it personal. So I don't know what's gonna happen between them, but I do agree with Tahiri. I do need her to buy some new weave with a different color. I know it's $1,000 a bundle, but I need it to be different. Get your life. Get your life. So what happened next? Saigon and Erica Jean. I'm not here for it. I wasn't here for their story plot like through the whole season. I just don't like Saigon. Erica Jean's gap bothers me really bad. Like just her teeth all together, because they're like chiclets. Like they're like chiclets, like square chiclets, and then there's that gap. And so it's just really weird for me. It makes me a little uncomfortable when she talks and I see her teeth. Saigon, he's just a bad person to me. Like I don't know. The way he talks to women just really rubs me the wrong way. Even when Erica Jean was trying to talk to him calmly and was like, look, I'm not trying to take nothing from you. I'm not saying you're a bad father. I'm just saying I don't like the way you talk to me. Shut up. Shut up. I'm like, boy, you alright? Did she say your mama and we didn't hear it? Like, why are you getting so upset? I don't know what Saigon's problem is, but he is very volatile. I personally, if I had a kid by him, I wouldn't want that around my child. So you might want to be careful what you do on TV, because I could take that to court and be like, see, him cray cray. Give me a check. Give me a check so I can take care of my kid and don't come around ever again. Thank you. Have a nice day. What else? So I was over that. And then he was saying like all his baby mamas use his kids against him. And it's like, really, if all your baby mothers are crazy, so you say, what is it about you that keeps attracting crazy vagina? Please tell me. Or why do you keep having sex without a condom and having these kids? I don't understand. So I'm over it. Then Rich and Yandy, which I just feel like they needed to fill up a whole second hour, so they just brought them back up there and talked about it or whatever. And Rich was in his feelings because he felt like, you know, Yandy didn't respect him for what he does, how he had 3 top 10 songs in 3 years. 3 years. What is it that he does? Is he a producer? You only produced 3 top 10 songs in 3 years. That's it. So you're averaging 1 song a year. Well, you know what? If you're proud of your accomplishments, that is all that matters. Wherever that certificate is that says, go you, put that on your refrigerator. Be proud of it. Because clearly you are. Because you said that on national TV. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I was over that. That was just a filler. Then Erica, Rich, and Sin are back up there again. Erica has changed like 3 times or whatever. And I feel bad for all of them. And I probably shouldn't, but I do, because I feel like Rich really does love Erica. And he doesn't know how to show it correctly. I do believe Erica loves Rich, and she doesn't know how to show it correctly. The most person like I feel bad for the most is Sin, because she's just a person coming in trying to love this woman who's in love with somebody else. Like, we've all been through it before. It's just like a bad situation. Nobody really wins. Everybody's hearts get broken. It's best for her to just don't mess with anybody. Focus on yourself. A lot of times people try to replace, you know, that person that they love or have lost with somebody else when their heart is still over here. You know, and I believe Tahiri is doing the same thing. She loves Joe down. She loves Joe and his dirty draws. But she wants something more. And so instead of just being with herself and loving herself and letting go in a positive way of Joe and their relationship, she's moved on to somebody else. And it's not healthy, you know. So then at the end, everybody's on stage. And, you know, Amina's depressed. She's sad. And, you know, she's regretting never putting out that pissy pregnancy test. So that was pretty much it. It was boring. Both parts were pretty much boring. I did like Monique. I'm not going to lie. Seeing Monique on VH1 makes me, like, feel good. Like, it's something about Monique and her energy that makes me feel good. I would love to see Monique do more reunion stuff. I would love to see Monique back on TV again. I don't understand why BET canceled her in the first place. Like, Monique is really good. And she belongs on television to me. You know, so, Monique, come on back, girl. We miss you. VH1 should pick up her show. Like, she can put it on VH1. If y'all can give Tiny Tonight a show, you can give Monique a show. Come on now. Because I believe her ratings were good. I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah, that was boring. I don't know why they put it on in the first place. They could have did all of that in one scene. They could have put that on the finale. the little piece of the reunion. It really wasn't that serious. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment of what you thought about it, what you think about Monique hosting the reunion. If you would like to see her host other Love and Hip Hop things or other reunions in general, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Follow all of my social media. That'll be in the description below. We can tweet each other, Facebook, have a good time. Follow my Tumblr. I'll be posting a lot of cool things on there too. The links below. I hope you enjoyed. And that's all for today, folks. Bye.